When people think about someone with an extremely high IQ, they usually imagine a genius solving complex equations, or someone doing insane calculations in their head instantly. But real intelligence rarely looks like that. In fact, many highly intelligent people don't stand out in obvious ways. They might seem quiet, a little distracted, sometimes just staring into space, like their mind has wandered somewhere else. But if you pay close attention, you start noticing patterns, small habits that show up again and again. And interestingly, these habits don't always look impressive on the surface, but psychologically, they reveal how their mind actually works. So, here are 10 habits commonly found in people with extremely high IQ. Habit 1, they spend a lot of time thinking. People with high IQ often spend long periods just thinking, not always about something important. Sometimes they're analyzing ideas, sometimes replaying past conversations. To others, it may look like they're distracted, but in reality, their brain is constantly exploring connections. For them, thinking itself becomes a kind of entertainment. Habit 2, they ask unusual questions. Highly intelligent people tend to question things. Most people accept without thinking. Instead of asking what, they often ask why. Why does this exist? Why does it work this way? Someone might say, that's just how things are, and their mind immediately responds. But why though? Habit 3, they enjoy being alone. Many highly intelligent people genuinely enjoy spending time alone because solitude gives their mind space, no noise, no distractions, just freedom to think. For them, quiet moments aren't boring. They're where their best ideas appear. Habit 4, they change their opinions easily. One interesting trait is that intelligent people are comfortable being wrong. If they come across better information, they don't hold on to old beliefs. They update. Psychologists call this cognitive flexibility. To others, this can look confusing, like they keep changing their mind. But in reality, their thinking is simply evolving faster. Habit 5, they notice small details. People with high IQ often pick up on things others overlook. Tiny inconsistencies, patterns in behavior, subtle changes in tone. Their brain naturally connects information, which is great for problem solving. But sometimes it means noticing things they didn't need to notice, like realizing someone contradicted themselves mid-conversation, and now their brain won't let it go. Habit 6, they feel mentally restless. Highly intelligent people often get bored quickly, not because they're difficult to entertain, but because their brain constantly seeks stimulation. If something becomes predictable, their interest fades. So they jump from one idea to another, which is why many of them know random things about very specific topics like space, ancient history, or something completely unexpected. Habit 7, they enjoy complex problems. While most people avoid complicated problems, high IQ individuals are drawn toward them. Their brain treats problems like puzzles. Instead of feeling stressed, they feel curious. Each piece of information becomes a clue. And sometimes they end up solving problems no one even asked them to solve. Habit 8, they tend to overthink. One common side effect of high intelligence is overthinking, because their brain sees multiple possibilities. They explore all of them, even when it's unnecessary. A simple message becomes, should I send it now? Maybe later. What if it sounds wrong? And suddenly, minutes pass, and the message is still unsent. But their mind has already imagined every possible outcome. Habit 9, they are comfortable with uncertainty. Highly intelligent people are okay with not knowing. Instead of rushing toward easy answers, they're willing to sit with uncertainty. They understand that not everything has a clear solution. And sometimes the best answers come from exploring without forcing one. That's why they often say, "I don't know yet," something many people avoid saying. Habit 10, they are constantly learning. Perhaps the most consistent trait is curiosity. Their brain is naturally drawn toward learning because understanding something new feels rewarding. For them, learning isn't a task. It's like opening another door in an endless building. There's always something more to explore. But here's something important. High intelligence doesn't automatically make life easier. In fact, it can make things more complicated. Overthinking, restlessness, feeling out of sync with others. Because intelligence isn't just about solving problems. It's about having a mind that constantly searches for patterns, ideas, and possibilities. And sometimes that curiosity makes life incredibly interesting, and at the same time, a little exhausting, especially when your brain decides to analyze everything right when you're trying to sleep.